We are live. What we're going to do today is, I think we're live. Yeah, flight. I'll make sure that I'm hearing myself correctly. Hello, hello. Test one.
Hello?
Okay. Alrighty. What we are going to be doing is we're going to be setting up a flight plan on the Garmin G1000. We're going to do it by scratch, and then we're going to attempt to fly from Burbank, California to Imperial Beach, California, and we're doing this through SkyVector. And I want to show you the flight plan that we have. So we're taking off from the Bob Hope Airport right here and flying to the Imperial Beach, November Oscar Lima Foxtrot Ream Field. And here is our flight plan. There's several flight plans that you can select and everything on right here. We selected this one right here, and this will be flying us along this route, Los Angeles Class B, and this red area right there, that's a no-fly zone. That's over the Disney. Click on that, and it shows that's over the Disneyland theme park. The other day, also, there was another red area that was for the baseball game. The Angels. But anyway, we're going to be flying along this route right here and right along the coast, and then on to San Diego to Imperial Beach. And let's get started. So let me go ahead and go full screen. I'm going to go Control E. That starts the engine. It starts everything up basically. 2, we press enter on us for the multifunction display there. Everything is lighting up. So we'll go ahead and turn on our beacon, landing light. Now we'll go ahead and put on our pitot heat too. Don't know if we need it today. Outside air temperature is 19 degrees. But there's 2 ways that you can build a flight plan. Of course, you can build it on your primary flight display, or you can build it on your multifunction display. The primary flight, of course, you'll have a much smaller area to work with. So it's better to do it on the multifunction display. And so here we go. What you do is you just, there's this button right here with your right mouse button. You push this, and you can, this is a rotator buttons, but this is also a push button. So you push that, and then you rotate this knob right here down, and then the inner knob, you rotate it to the right, and then you rotate it to the right again. And that gives you your first character, and the first character starts with Kilo. And then you rotate the outer to the next spot, and then you rotate the inner here to your next character, which is Bravo, and so on. So we got uniform. I'm using my mouse roller button to roll this along, and you can use your mouse roller button to roll back and forth. And when you get to the character, you can use your mouse roller button on this knob here to roll the characters. So you got Romeo, and we'll press enter, and we'll let them select a runway for us. So the en route. Now, first of all, what I wanted to show you, wanted to look at real quick, is on our SkyVector. When you hit world low, you can see what the altitude restrictions are. And so the altitude restriction going in this direction is 5,500. and then you can go through here, and then you can go down to 4,000 here, 4,000, 4,000. And so anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set it to 5,500. Now ATC might ask us to go to a higher altitude. Anyway, going back to here, let's go ahead and set up our flight plan, or I'm going to set up the altitude to 5,500. So this is thousands right here, and this is hundreds. So there's 5,500. We'll go ahead and set that there. And then now on our our route there, we'll go ahead and press that, or rotate that again. Now instead of pressing all those characters, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press this button here, and that allows us to use our keyboard. So that's the first waypoint is darts. Press enter, and then we'll rotate. The second waypoint is Bayjai, Bayjy, and we'll press enter. The third waypoint is Dana. So that's Delta Alpha November Alpha Hotel. Press enter, and you can see that the altitude, since we set it at 5,500, it put that in there for us. The next waypoint is Kelps. That's Kilo Echo Lima Papa Sierra. Press enter, and then our last waypoint is Mike Zulu Papa. No, Mike Zulu Bravo. So that's Mission Bay. And we'll press enter. And our destination is Imperial Beach, which is Kilo November Romeo Sierra. So that's Imperial Beach. Press enter, and then again we'll determine the runway later. And so that is pretty much set up. The only thing that we need to do now, it's set the last waypoint MZB at 4511. We need to check real quick the runway, and the airport diagram at Imperial Beach. It shows us runway 9 and runway 27, elevation on this side at 20, and an elevation on this side at 8. I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm going to assume that we're going to probably land at runway 27. And we'll go ahead and do an elevation of runway 20 there. So that would be for the elevation of the runway here. Just kind of scroll over and then right there, and then and I put it right there, and then we're scroll over to there. So I'll go ahead and just put a 2 there, press enter, and then that should be good. And so let's go ahead and kind of zoom out here and look at our flight plan, make sure that everything is looking pretty good. And now again, I'm not a pilot, so if I'm doing something wrong, I probably am. But I just want to, you know, I'm a simmer, and I've been a simmer for a number of years. I've actually flown Flight Simulator before that even had trees. And I remember when they got trees, I was real excited. So I'm really excited now whenever Flight Simulator 2020 came out and having the whole world. And then the improvements now that they made with the avionics here is just wonderful. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to go to flight plan here, and I want, okay, let me clear that. I didn't want to do that. I want to press this button here. I want to go to KBUR, press enter, and it gives me my frequencies. And what I want to do with our first frequency there, it's highlighted right now. This is our standby frequency. And on this right here, you can press this button, you bring it down, and you go to the ATIS, and then you press enter. And then on this right here, you can now make this active. See how we'll put that number in there? And you make that active, we can listen to our
Burbank
ATIS.
Airport Information Golf 0100 Zulu. Wind 168 at 8. Visibility 10.
Altimeter,
Sky condition. Few clouds at 2,500 feet. Temperature 17. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.93. ILS Yankee runway 8 in use. Landing and departing runway 15. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have golf.
okay, so that is that.
Burbank Airport Information Hotel.
Now, before we take off, on my standby there, you know, I don't know if actually I don't know if Imperial Beach has an ATIS or not. I'll go ahead and look at Imperial Beach there. Press enter. Oh, there's an approach, departure, and tower. So we'll go ahead and get information from them whenever we get there. So we're going back up here. So runway 15. Go ahead and look real quick. Okay. Go ahead. This is our drone here. So we got 4 runways here. You got runway 15 will be way over there. So let's see what ATC tells us. That did that. The plane hopped around like that because my drone makes the plane hop around. Anyway, that's something else that Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'm sure, is working on. So anyway, I think we're all set up here. I think we're all set up.
Burbank clearance delivery Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie ready to copy IFR clearance to Imperial Beach.
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie is cleared to Imperial Beach Airport as
Now,
filed.
last time I did this, I entered the
climb
squawk
and
myself.
maintain 7,000 feet.
I am going
Departure
to just press
frequency is
1 and
135.05.
reply. And hopefully I lost my
2017.
ATC the last time, if you look at that last video. But anyway, here we go. 1.
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie cleared to Imperial Beach Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 15 climb and maintain 7,000 feet.
So 7,000 feet.
Departure on
We'll go ahead and bring this to
135.05 squawk
7,000.
2017.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie readback is correct. Contact ground on 123.9er when ready to taxi. Good
Okay.
day.
Contact ground.
Burbank Airport.
1 is ATIS. We already got our ATIS. So number 3 is taxi IFR.
Burbank ground Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie with hotel ready to taxi IFR.
Go ahead and take the brake off.
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie taxi 2 and hold short of runway 15 via taxiway Charlie Charlie 6 cross runway 8 Delta 7 Bravo. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 15 via taxiway Charlie Charlie 6 cross runway 8 Delta 7 Bravo Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
Got that mixture at rich. Quite a bit of wind out there. You can look at that windsock there. Clear day though here in Southern California. I live in the Northwest and we're having unusually warm weather. Fine here in the Northwest in Bremerton. And we're loving it. They're talking about 80s this weekend. We went like 6 months without the temperature going above, 70. Right across the runway here. Of course, you can look left, look right. Okay. Try to do that and stay straight at the same time. Pushing it around. Gotta take a shortcut here. Hoping that I'd be close to the Microsoft Flight Simulator when I first set it up, set me to runway 8, so I put a parking spot right next to runway 8. And of course, maybe the winds changed or something, but the runway now in use is runway 15. So that's the way it goes. A long taxi. I'm going to break this flight apart post edit, and I'll break it down to the taxi, to the climb, to the cruise, to the descent, and then to the final. Well, this is real time weather. I did back up the time a little bit. Well, it's quite a ways away. We'll go all the way back to runway 15 here. There we are. To the line. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead now and contact tower.
Burbank Tower, Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie ready
Not
for
using
IFR
any
departure
flaps
runway
for a
15.
takeoff.
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie altimeter 29er tree, wind 168 at 8. Cleared for takeoff runway 15.
Let's go 168 at 8.
Cleared for takeoff runway 15 Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie.
So we'll roll onto the runway here and off we go. Airspeed is alive. I'm going to go ahead and kick it up now. Go ahead and rotate. A little bit of a wind there. Autopilot, that sets my roll into my pitch. Synchronize the heading, that's pushing that button. And then we'll go ahead and flight level change heading. And we'll go ahead and bring now the nose up to about 75 on our flight level change. When I started my flight level change, what it did is it locked in the current
Cessna 7 Charlie contact, SoCal departure on 135.05.
the current speed.
Good day.
135.05 for Cessna 7 Charlie. SoCal departure Cessna November
We're
Charlie
flying our
77
heading right
Charlie
now.
Charlie is passing
I'm gonna go ahead and
1,500 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
Activate my
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie SoCal departure altimeter 29.93. Continue to darts as planned.
Okay, darts is planned. So now activate my nav, and I'm going to go ahead and that's it. Okay, so we are now climbing to 7,000. Now I had a question. There's no why is the best angle. Why is the best rate of climb? So we're getting close to our nav now. We're going to go ahead and turn right. It was getting me kind of concerned heading to one of those mountains. But anyway, the Y is the best rate of climb. The G is the best glide speed. The X is the best angle of climb. And then the R is the rotation speed. Now I was wondering, why would there be a best angle of climb? And what the best angle of climb is if you're like in a very mountainous area, you want to be at that angle. The best angle of climb to climb the quickest. The best rate of climb is climbing at the best rate to achieve your altitude at the best rate or the quickest time.
Climb and maintain 4,400 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 8 approach near Victor November Yankee transition. Clear to Victor November Yankee Southwest 26901.
Okay, I don't know what that cutting out was. I'm going to cut it out. Go on. Alright, I don't know why the sound is cutting out. Alright, we are now flying over. I think there's Hollywood down there somewhere. Let's go ahead and get into the drone here.
Southwest 26901, you are 300 your assigned altitude.
Okay, I don't know why my sound is cutting out like that.
4,400 feet altimeter. Tree. Descend and maintain 4,400 feet southwest.
This right here is a point of interest. This is the observatory right there. And then Hollywood. Welcome to Hollywood. There's Hollywood right there. Climb is going good so far. The outside air temperature is 13 degrees. Look at our flight plan here. And we are 17 minutes away from Beijai. We've already hit darts. There's Alaskan Airlines 1437 that just came from, looks like, is it ascending? No, it's descending. So, look out the window there. Alaskan Airlines 1437, it's ASA 1437. What you can do is you can look at Flight Radar 24. ASA 1437, that's going from San Francisco to Los Angeles, not a very long flight really. Yeah, it's some distance, I guess. California is a pretty big state, but it's probably coming in now for a landing for Los Angeles, LAX. There's a FedEx 1623, and that's taking off, let's see, it's FDX 1623. And that is going to Indianapolis, taking off from Burbank, where we took off from. It was going to Indianapolis. What I really like about this is Southwest Airlines 889, SWA 889, SWA 889. It's not showing up on my flight radar 24. Showing up. SWA 889 not showing up on Flight Radar 24. That's flying anyway. It's SWA 889 not showing up. But anyway, climb 5,900. We have pretty hefty headway. Well, not a hefty one. I saw the 074 anyway. But 3 knot headway. That's not bad. Now, for some reason, 889 isn't showing up on Flight Radar 24, but anyway. This is real photogrammetry down below. You notice whenever you're flying a lot of baseball fields, I like to bring the drone down. Press F6 on the keyboard, that speeds your drone up. I like to bring it down closer to the surface there. And all right, and down below us is Anaheim. Not exactly sure where the baseball stadium is here. Let's go ahead and explore a little bit on our drone, and maybe we can see let's see where the plane is first. Well, let me go ahead and go back to the plane. There's the plane, and then let's go at 6. Down. F6, it speeds the drone up. Looks like a water reservoir there. Some kind of water reservoir or something. There's Dallas DAL 484. That one is coming from, well, it looks like a pretty big jet too, huh?
Southwest 26901, you're 300
So
feet below
Dallas
your assigned
484.
altitude.
We'll look at
Climb
that.
and maintain 4,400 feet altimeter, 29.9
Dallas. Delta Airline 484. 484. Well, it's not showing up either.
Climb and maintain 4,400 feet southwest, 26901.
All right, that one's going from Atlanta to Los Angeles, so that one right there is about ready to land at LA. It looks like it's maybe on its final. I don't know why I said Dallas. Delta Airlines, 2,100 feet. And there apparently is the metropolis of Los Angeles. So I do believe that this plane is going to be landing. Is that a 747? Well, it's hard to... That looks like it might be an Airbus A380, right? It's hard to track it, you know, whenever my plane is moving and I'm going with my plane. So anyway, the gear is down. Yeah, that's an Airbus A380. It's a double decker there. I wonder if it's an Airbus A380. A359 is what it says on the equipment, is an Airbus A350 in real life. But no, Microsoft Flight Simulator world is definitely an A380. It's a double decker. Anyway, on its way. So let's go back to the plane here. I didn't hear anything from ATC yet. We are now at altitude, and we are 5 minutes away from our first waypoint. So, you know, the interesting thing too is whenever they told us to climb to 7,000, I had changed this to 7,000, and it changed it right there on our flight plan to 7,000. I didn't put that in there, so changing to 7,000 already put it into the flight plan. So that's interesting. I'm wondering if that's the way it happens in real life as well. Outside air temperatures 10 degrees. Don't know if we really need our heato heat on, but might as well. I'm going to back off now. I'm backing off on my my mixture there, and the power just a little bit. That's bringing the fuel flow. I'm bringing this just to the top of the green there. I would imagine in real life you would probably want it like in the green, but for speed's sake, we'll bring it to just to the top of the green there, and that gives us a steady indicated airspeed of 106 knots, true airspeed of 121 knots. So, not exactly sure where the baseball field is, but we do have few, looks like mines down here. There's some baseball fields there. We're in F6 again to speed up our drone. That's one thing about the U.S. is we love baseball or softball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over there. I bet you that's quite a park there. And I don't know if that is, that's layered terraces of something. And then there was another one over here. And speed up the drone just a little bit. And I'm just curious as to what these are. Some sort of terraces. Resume. I don't know how I did that. I don't know what I did. I pressed some sequence of buttons on my Xbox controller. That right there is probably I-5. And so going along I-5 here, there's Santa Fe Springs, there's Anaheim, there's Santa Ana, there's Irvine, there's Mission Viejo. Am I saying that right? Well, this thing is telling me there's tolls, 2 hours and 25 minutes, $6.89. I'm looking at the Google Maps there to kind of get an idea of what we're looking at here. Have the satellite version. So if we see a golf club pretty soon, that'll be the Arroyo Chabuco Golf Club. I don't know if I can see a golf club around here somewhere. Some more baseball fields. That's probably a high school.
Maintain 5,500 feet southwest, 26901.
That might be the golf club
Southwest
right there.
26901 descend and maintain 4,400
That would be
feet.
the Arroyo Trabuco Golf Club.
Descend and maintain 4,400 feet southwest, 26901.
This photogrammetry is just amazing. I just really enjoy exploring with this drone.
Cessna 7 Charlie contact
photogrammetry.
Los Angeles Center on 132.85. Good day.
132.85 Cessna Charlie
132.85 for Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
Good day.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet American tree. Southwest tree,
This is going to be a busy area now.
12,000 feet.
Los Angeles Center.
SkyWest 541 tree climb and maintain flight level 190. Delta 897 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. American tree contact SoCal approach on 124 decimal tree. Good day.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie 7,000 feet.
About ready to go to our next waypoint here,
November Charlie
daytime.
77 Charlie Charlie Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.9 for continued data as
2994.
planned.
And so there we
Going to
go.
124 decimal tree American tree.
It's going to be a little busy here.
Climb and maintain flight level 190 SkyWest 541 tree.
This is our first major leg right here of our journey. Plan.
Climb
Clear
and
the flight
maintain
plan there.
12,000 feet
Clear
southwest
the-
tree 253.
Not clear the flight plan. But anyway, we're heading now to Ghana, and we are 15 minutes away. That's toward the
Climb
ocean
and
there.
maintain 12,000 feet Delta 897. Climb and maintain flight level 180. Keep speed not above 280, not southwest tree 253. Delta 897 contact Los Angeles Center on 126 decimal tree 5. Good day.
And then looking at
126 decimal tree 5 for Delta 897.
looking at our map here.
Climb and maintain flight level 190 Southwest
Dana,
tree
we're going to be flying over San Clemente.
Southwest tree 253 contact Los Angeles Center on 126.35.
And then we're going to be going along the coast there, and then on through to San Diego area.
Going to 126.35 Southwest tree 253.
A little bit of cloudiness, but just a picture perfect clear day here in Southern California.
Southwest 49er climb and maintain flight level tree 60.
Pretty big water reservoir there.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 60 Southwest 49er. SkyWest 541 tree contact Los Angeles Center on 126.35. Good day. .3 5 SkyWest 541 tree.
Just love looking out the window.
Southwest 4456 climb and maintain 10,000 feet. JetBlue 1080 contact Los Angeles Center on 1 tree 2 decimal tree. Good day.
That river right there, I
Climb
believe,
and
is
maintain
the San Diego.
10,000 feet.
Is that the
Southwest
San Diego creek?
4456. Southwest 2755 descend and maintain 13,000 feet.
That would be Huntington Beach, Newport Beach.
Los Angeles Center Delta 2130 is at
It looks like it's
9,400 feet,
the
climbing
East Bluff
14,000
area.
feet. Delta 2130
Well,
Los
it says
Angeles
San
Center
Diego
altimeter
Creek
29.9 tree. Continue to land as planned.
on
Southwest
Google
4456 contact Los Angeles Center on 126.35. Good day.
if we were to do this by car, by the way, it would be 2 hours and 22 minutes.
Los Angeles Center
2 hour and
Southwest tree
22-minute
253
drive.
is at
And that's probably
10,700 feet, descending 10,000
being
feet.
optimistic, of course, whenever you
Southwest
consider
tree 253 Los Angeles Center altimeter
type of
29.9
traffic
tree. Continue
that's
to
in
skull as planned.
California. Although this does, the
Descend
Google
and
Maps does
maintain
take traffic
13,000
into
feet, Southwest
consideration.
2755.
It's quite a bit, even at this hour. There's quite a bit of traffic congestion around Los Angeles.
Southwest 2755 climb and maintain flight level 180. Keep speed not above 280 knots. Los Angeles Center, generic Juliet Sierra X-ray tree 07 is passing 9,400 feet, climbing flight level 180. American 779er descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Generic Juliet Sierra X-ray tree 07 Los Angeles Central altimeter
JSX 307.
29.9 tree. Continue to Papa Delta Zulu as planned.
307.
Los Angeles Center, SkyWest tree 84 is passing flight level 250, climbing flight level tree 20.
That's E307.
SkyWest tree 84 Los Angeles Center, continue to Nare as planned.
306, and just going from Las Vegas to Santa Ana. 207 isn't showing up on Flight Radar
American
24.
779.
I'm not having luck with Flight Radar 24 tonight. Let's look up AAY 1536.
Descend and maintain 9,000 feet.
Nothing.
Expect
Legion
ILS
Air,
runway
but
25 left
I'm not
approach
finding
via
it on
CLBUR transition. Clear to
on Flight Radar.
CLBUR Southwest 2755.
I don't know why. I'm just not having luck with Flight Radar 24 tonight.
Los Angeles Center, Alaska 1104 is at flight level 220 descending 4,000 feet. Southwest tree 253 descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
There it
Alaska
is. There's our
1104
plane.
Los Angeles Center. Continue to Sierra Lima, India as planned. Descend and maintain 8,000 feet southwest tree 253. Los Angeles Center American 779er is passing 13,700 feet, climbing 14,000 feet. Southwest tree 253 contact SoCal approach on 124.5. Good day.
Let's see what.
American 779er Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.95. Continue to
Okay, it's an A.
WHDN as planned. Southwest tree 421 climb and maintain flight level 210. Southwest
Okay,
2755
yes,
descend
A.
and maintain 8,000 feet.
This is the John Wayne
American
Airport.
779er descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
The John Wayne
Los Angeles
Airport
Center
in
Southwest
Santa
4456
Ana.
is passing
So this is Santa
9,500
Ana
feet, descending
that
6,000
we're
feet.
over.
Cessna 7 Charlie, you are 78 miles northwest.
Okay, here we go.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors visual runway 27 approach.
27 approach.
Southwest
Okay.
4456 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.95. Continue to Anaheim as planned. Southwest 4456 contact SoCal approach on 125.35. Good day.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors. Visual runway 27 approach Cessna 7 Charlie
So
Charlie.
what we're going to do is we're going to set up a procedure now to runway 27 visual.
Southwest
Runway
4456.
27. And
Skywest tree, tree,
what I'm going to
84
do
climb
is
and
I'm just going to
maintain
go
flight
ahead
level
and
tree 40.
instead of vectors, if we go vectors,
Descend and maintain
Okay, press it
8,000
over.
feet southwest 2755.
minimums.
Generic tree 07
Don't worry about
contact
that.
Los Angeles Center on 126.35. Good day.
Let me go
Southwest
ahead and
2755 contact SoCal approach on 124.5. Good day. Going to
straight.
126.35. Generic tree
and we'll go ahead
07.
and load that.
American 779.
Obstacle clearance is not provided for
8,000
visual
feet.
approaches. In other words, I am responsible
Los
for
Angeles Center, Allegiant
the altitudes.
1586 is at
So,
9,400 feet, climbing
looking
11,000
at
feet.
this right now, what we're going to do
Allegiant
is we're going to pass
1586
over
Los Angeles Center altimeter
Imperial Beach,
29.95.
and
Continue
then
to
we're going
Papa
to fly it
Delta Zulu as
straight
planned.
2,000 feet, and then
Descend
a
and
final
maintain
approach
8,000
fix, and then
feet,
onto the
American
runway.
779er.
So straight has 2,000.
American
What I'm going to
779er
do
traffic is 3
is
o'clock
I'm going to
3
go ahead
miles
and
at
assign my
13,700 feet
altitude
generic.
now to
Report them in
2,000,
sight.
and we'll go from there. See if that works.
Los Angeles Center Southwest 4456 is at 6,200 feet, descending 6,000 feet.
So we are now
Southwest
flying over
4456 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.95. Continue to Anaheim as planned.
Santa Ana.
Allegiant 1586 climb and maintain flight level 230.
So those planes right there, that's the Santa Ana Airport right there.
Southwest 4456
Southwest
traffic
Airlines
is 8 o'clock, 2 miles
2174.
at
Let's see if we can get any
9,700
luck
feet
on
generic.
looking at it.
Report them in sight.
SWA
Alaska 1104 descend and maintain 3,400 feet.
Yes. So that is a 737 that is departing Santa Ana and going to Phoenix. And then it'll be arriving, well, actually, it's not showing any elevation yet in Flight Radar 24. But it is, of course, in Hudson is showing in the air.
Allegiant 1586 traffic
follow
is
that
8
for a
o'clock,
while.
2 miles at 15,400 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Pretty busy. Look at that landscape. Isn't that just something? So beautiful.
Descend and maintain 2,800 feet, Alaska
what makes,
1104.
Microsoft Flight Simulator great.
Alaska 1104 traffic
just
is
flew
9
over.
o'clock, 2 miles at 13,100 feet generic. Report them in sight. Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie contact Los Angeles Center on 134.575. Good day.
134.575 Cessna
Well, that
7
was a
Charlie
busy
Charlie.
channel, so I'm glad to get off of there.
Alaska 1104, you are 11.
Los Angeles Center Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie 7,000 feet.
Generic 1 Echo Mike climb and maintain
Oh, this is-
7,200 feet.
One Echo Mike. See
Cessna
if we can
November
find that
Charlie
one.
77 Charlie Charlie Los
a
Angeles
generic
Center
one.
altimeter 29.996.
Echo Mike.
Continue as planned.
No results. And so she said our 2900.
Climb and maintain 7,200 feet. Generic 1 Echo Mike.
Trying to position it to where I can just see the nose. And then looking at our flight, when we bring our flight plan to looking at this though, those are airplanes, all of those triangles there. So far, no close encounters, although we might with this one here. Not exactly sure.
Los Angeles
That's
Center
Southwest
Southwest 2174.
2174.
8,500 feet, climbing 11,000 feet.
So they're making a circle around it.
Southwest 2174
Headed
Los
to
Angeles
Phoenix.
Center altimeter 29.997. Continue to Dana as planned.
So they are in the air now, according to Microsoft, according to Flight Radar 24. And the registration of that plane is November 769 SW. Sierra Whiskey. We are now getting pretty close, I think, to San Clemente. I believe that point down there is Dana Point. Or Dana Point. Kind of like a little
Cessna 7
spit.
Charlie Charlie traffic.
Okay, we got the
1
traffic
mile
alert
at
now.
10,400 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Okay, so that would be
Southwest
3.
2174 traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at 7,000 feet Cessna Skyhawk. Report them in
So they're
sight.
climbing. Please,
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie have the
let's
generic
go
in
back
sight.
into our drone here.
Southwest 2174 climb and maintain flight level 230.
Drone is stuck. Go back to the plane. There we go. All right, F6.
Climb and maintain
Speeds us
flight
up.
level 230 Southwest 2174.
Okay, our computer think a little bit.
Southwest
Okay, here we go.
2174 traffic in sight.
This, I believe, is Dana Point.
Cessna 7 Tree, you are tree 2 miles
This
northwest.
is photogrammetry.
Climb and maintain 5,900 feet. Expect ILS runway 28 right approach via Bakel transition. Clear to Bakel.
Boy, it looks like a
Climb
pretty
and
nice
maintain
beach there.
5,900 feet. Expect ILS runway 28 right approach via Bakel transition. Clear to Bakel Cessna 7 Tree. American Tree 08 descend and maintain flight level 220.
And this, of
Generic
course,
1
is
Echo
going
Mike
all along the
contact, Los
beach.
Angeles Center on 132.85. Good day. Climb and maintain flight level 220 American 308.
That would be the Coast Highway.
Going to 132.85 generic 1 Echo Mike.
Coast Highway. It's not telling me a number. Looking for it on. Anyway, back to the plane here. Coast Highway there below us. And we are now on our next waypoint. We just hit Dana and we are now going to Phelps. Little button right there. See if I can find that button. Can't find it.
Southwest 2174 contact, Los Angeles Center on 126.35. Good day.
Not finding it. Oh, there it is.
Going to 126.35 Southwest 2174. American 308 contact Los Angeles Center on 128.15. Good day.
Speeds up the drone. I was just wondering what that little button was right there.
Going to 128.15 American 308.
I'm curious as to what that is. Looks like a tank or something. Just hidden in the hills. I think my computer, a little warmer today, so my computer's trying to think. But anyway, we are now over in the San Clemente State Beach. Looks like that beach goes on and on. And then as we get closer, we'll be over the San Onofre, O-N-O-F-R-E State Beach. And that would be I-5 going through there. And then Oceanside, and then Carlsbad, and Encinitas, Del Mar, and then of course San Diego. What a beautiful area. Don't know why the sound is cutting out like that. What I do to get my computer to cool off a little bit is I take the side off, and actually I have a little blue fan, and I point it right there toward the graphics card. I have a water-cooled machine, but when I first got it, it didn't make any noise at all. And now it's like gives you a bubbly type noise, almost like water boiling or something. I don't know. And I looked it up, and people were saying online that it's okay, but you know, I don't know. I don't think it should be making any noise like when I first got it. I had it for like I don't know, a good 9 months.
Contact SoCal approach on 124.35. Good day.
Right before it started making a noise. Cessna 733. I wonder if I can find
Descend
that
and
Cessna.
maintain flight level 210 United 2129er. United
Yep,
2129er
that's November
contact Los Angeles Center
75733.
on 132.85.
And they're going from Santa Monica
Good
to San Diego. That's a Cessna 172.
Going to 124.35 Cessna 733.
And it's a lady pilot.
Going to 132.85 United 2129er.
So that Cessna
Level 180.
Skyhawk November 75733 is flying pretty much along the same flight path as I am.
Level 180 United 2129.
They're going to San Diego instead of Imperial Beach. And my system is locking up. Might lose it. We might lose it. System is locking up. Probably going to get a crash. Maybe I'm looking around too much. Got the ocean to here, to the right. So we are now on our last waypoint now, going to our last waypoint. There's November 409's Charlie Alpha. Let's see if we can see that.
Climb and maintain flight level 200 SkyWest 3470. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet, generic 9er Charlie Alpha. United 2129er contact, Los Angeles Center on 132.85. Good day.
In 409.
United 1761 climb and maintain 14,000
Charlie
feet.
Alpha.
United 584 descend and maintain
That is
flight
the
level 220.
Piper Archer? No, it came from Piper Archer, Texas.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
And it's going to
United
Santa Ana.
1761.
Take that back. It's going from
Climb and maintain
testing
flight
1,
level
2, 3, 4.
220, United 584.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
United 584 climb and maintain flight level 360.
You know, why my sound is cutting out. It says on Flight Radar 24 that that's coast flight training. Going from San Diego to Santa Ana. And it's a small jet.
Los Angeles Center on 128.15. Good day.
Registration November 409 Charlie Alpha.
Flight level 180. United 2129er Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.96. Continue to GAMBT as planned.
That's a jet. Trying to determine what kind of jet it is.
Going to
That's a Piper PA-23.
Charlie Alpha.
Piper PA-28-181. Interesting. I didn't know Piper made jets. System is really acting up today. Been getting a lot of sound cutouts. Been getting some freezes.
Los Angeles Center, generic November 261 Echo Mike is at 6,000 feet, climbing 7,000
Looks like it's starting
feet.
to cloud up a little bit over San
Generic November
Diego.
261 Echo Mike, Los Angeles Center,
I don't know
altimeter
if we have anything on our
29.96.
flight
Continue to
radar.
tracer as planned.
Nothing's showing up on our next rad. This is the remainder of our flight right here. And what I want to do now is I want to arm my vertical navigation. So we armed our vertical path. And when we get to that point here, let's go ahead and go here. When we get to this point right here, we should start descending. We're actually 15 minutes away from our descent. And top of descent, we'll go ahead and clear some of this real quick. Detail. Let's go ahead. So our top of descent right here is
Alaska 1357, climb and maintain flight
just
level
after, let's see, we're
280.
1405 to Mike Zulu Bravo, and about 14 minutes and 15 minutes, so about a minute after we cross our last waypoint there,
Climb and maintain
we'll start
flight level
descending.
280. Alaska 1357, contact Los Angeles Center on 128.15.
And to the left of us is
Southwest 1256, climb and
San
maintain
Diego,
flight level 200.
starting to get in the San Diego area there.
Going to 128.15, Alaska 1357. Climb and maintain flight level 280, United 1761.
So that is San Diego. Hopefully, without risking a lockdown on our
Climb
computer
and maintain
or
flight level
crash, let's go in
200,
our drone
Southwest
again
1256.
and see if we can explore San Diego a little bit. And we'll bring that over here. Got some clouds still obscuring our vision tonight. Our view.
SkyWest 3470, climb and maintain flight level 340.
And then going along this way here,
Climb and maintain flight level 340, SkyWest 3470.
should see San Diego popping up pretty shortly.
Southwest 3033, climb and maintain 15,000 feet.
Starting to really think again. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
Climb and maintain 15,000 feet, Southwest 3033.
San Diego's really sprawled out. And what I want to do, once we reach San Diego, San Diego right there, we are going to just keep the drone here. Well, anyway, real quickly, I wanted to just point out, this right here is the Coronado Bridge, and this is North Island. I stayed here for a year. I lived right along this coast right here. I had a waterfront view outside of my porthole on the USS Kitty Hawk. Kitty Hawk was right here, and the Ranger was right there. Both the Kitty Hawk and the Ranger today, they're turning them into pop cans and razor blades. But anyway, and then there's the famous Coronado Hotel right over here. And then you can see right along here Coronado Beach. So this right here is North Island, where a lot of SEALs go training. The only time I ever flew on a helicopter, we had training on North Island. The ship was out to sea just for a couple of more days. But instead of just keeping us here, you know, in training, they flew us out. So I got on a C9 helicopter and flew off of this runway right here and flew out to sea and then flew onto that little tiny runway out in the middle of the sea called the USS Kitty Hawk. It's a C9 helicopter, one of those double-bladed helicopters. That was the only time I've ever flown on a helicopter. But anyway, we'll go ahead and keep the drone here. And let's go back to the plane. And let's insert back into the plane. And we'll be flying over that where that drone is pretty soon. Clouds tonight obscuring some of our view.
Generic 9er Charlie Alpha climb and maintain 7,300 feet. Climb and maintain 7,300 feet. Generic 9er Charlie Alpha.
Let's see if I can find REH9. Flight radar 24. REH9. Reach Air Medical Services. So that REH9, I believe, probably a helicopter, right? Yep. REH9, that's a helicopter. But probably in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I don't know if they're showing a helicopter. But that is a helicopter. Southwest Airlines 3033. SWA 3033. That one is going from Oakland to San Diego, so it's on its way in. San Diego Airport is to our left somewhere. We are now eight minutes to top of descent, 7 minutes from our final waypoint. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Mike Zulu Bravo, and we'll fly over Mike Zulu Bravo at 7,000 feet and then fly over the runway at approximately 3,190 feet.
Generic 9er Charlie Alpha.
And then of course we have our altitude set at 2,000, so we'll be flying down to about 2,000 for straight.
Generic 9er Charlie Alpha contact, Los Angeles Center on 128.15. Good day.
Going to be doing a visual approach.
Generic 9er Charlie Alpha.
You know what I'm going to do? Let's see. November 255. November 255. Whiskey Tango. That's going. That's a. Oh, that's a Cirrus
Cessna 7
SR-23.
Charlie Charlie contact Los Angeles Center on 128.15. Good day.
128.15 for Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
Good day.
Los Angeles Center Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie 7,000 feet.
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.97 continue as planned.
2997. Just about perfect weather here. Anyway, that's a Cirrus.
Generic 9er Charlie Alpha descend and maintain 7,200
It's
feet.
going from San Bernardino to not applicable. Departed 48 minutes ago.
Los Angeles Center Southwest
So if it's San
1002,
Bernardino, apparently it's
passing
going somewhere
6,900 feet,
in
climbing flight level 190.
San Diego
Southwest
area.
1002
Maybe it might be going to Imperial Beach.
29.97. Continue to LYNDI as planned.
Right now it's just flying around, enjoying
Los
the
Angeles Center
sunset.
Southwest 3033 tree is passing 9,900
Again, I backed
feet,
up the
climbing
time a little
15,000
bit.
feet.
So San Diego is probably
Southwest
dark
3033,
already.
Los Angeles Center
But we are now about ready to fly over the San Diego airport. Mesa. You can see a little bit more, a bunch of planes.
8,900 feet, climbing 11,000 feet.
And how far are we now from top of
Southwest
descent?
1441 Los Angeles Center
About
altimeter 29.97. Continue to Papa Golf Yankee as
About
planned.
5 minutes. 4 minutes from our next waypoint. I'm going to go ahead and kind of zoom this in a little bit.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie contact SoCal
SoCal
approach
approach.
on 125.15.
Good
Good
day.
day.
125.15 for Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
7 Charlie Charlie. Good day.
SoCal approach Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie 7,000 feet.
Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie SoCal
297.
approach altimeter
Sounds like the same lady.
29.97. Continue as planned.
She's working the phone today. Boy, look at that. Isn't that pretty? See some of the cliffs there. Beautiful evening here in Southern California. Delta Airline 1072. That one is about ready to land, coming in from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So they're about ready to enjoy some warmer weather than what they're used to from Minnesota. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and bring that plane back. And back we go to the plane. And then an F6. And go down to the land level there as it tries to think. I'm trying to think, but nothing happens. Okay. So it's going to be flying right over. I think one thing that really slows the, makes it try to think like that. I think a lot of it is this right here, just all this air traffic, and it's not so much the GPU, but it's more the CPU that kind of gets bogged down. But at the rate that this is already sunset. Well, I guess it's getting blocked by the clouds a little bit. But at the rate that this thing is going, we're going to be passing right by the airport and right by the city. So going back to our plane, we got to kind of pay attention to what's going on now, because we are now less than a minute from our waypoint, and then about 2 minutes from our top of descent. Vertical path is loaded. So what I did is I set the assigned altitude to 2,000. And then I set our vertical path. I armed our vertical navigation. And so it is loaded. And when we get to the top of the descent, when we start descending, it's about a minute left. Let's go ahead and take a look. Bring that out. Our TOD right there, and of course our bottom descent basically is going to be straight because that's 1992. I set it for 2000. And then what we're going to do is when we circle around here, we're going to go ahead and hit approach. We'll arm our approach, and the GPS should take us straight down to the runway. This is called a visual approach through the Garmin G1000. Beautiful clouds there. So we can see now that our vertical path is about ready to load or to become active. You can see this starting to come down. We are now past our last waypoint. Our next waypoint, okay, the vertical path is now loaded. Top of descent is now engaged. Right now, you can see it's counting down to 0. And we are now descending. I'm going to go ahead and back off on the power now. And now our bottom of descent is 936. Now, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and say thank you very much.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 7,000 feet.
I knew she was going to do that. I'm not going to go 7,000. Acknowledge
Climb
instruction.
and maintain 7,000 feet. Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
5.
SoCal approach Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie. Cancel IFR at this time.
We don't need IFR anymore.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated.
Squawk.
Squawk 1200.
So we got
VFR.
squawk right here.
Frequency change approved. Good day.
And we'll go ahead and hit VFR, and that changes our squawk.
SoCal approach Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie is type Cessna Skyhawk 2
And
miles
here we
east of
are
North
now
Island
again over
6,200
North Island.
feet. Request
Now I wanted to
clearance
show
to
you
transition
some
Bravo
ships over
airspace.
here too. Well, there's an aircraft carrier
November
right
Charlie
there.
77 Charlie Charlie
41.
SoCal approach. Squawk
That is the
0503.
USS Midway, isn't it? We'll go back into the plane. Acknowledge.
Squawk 050 Cessna 7 Charlie
So
Charlie.
it should change it.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie radar contact 2 miles east of North Island, 5,800 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Acknowledge.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
Anyway, we are now over North Island. Coronado Beach. That's Naval Air Station, North Island. Place where I used to live. I remember, I think this is called 32nd Street over here. Where these ships are. And I remember going on, forget where it was exactly, but I remember going on like one ship onto another. That almost looks like an aircraft carrier there too, an old one. But there's San Diego. Welcome to San Diego. Anyway, we better get back into our plane here. I'm going to go ahead and just keep this, keep the drone here. Isn't that pretty? So we are now 6 minutes from bottom of descent. Bottom of descent will be right here, and then we'll go to straight and circle around. And bottom of descent, of course, is 2,000 because I said 2,000. Almost, when I got out of the Navy, I was almost thinking about settling over in San Diego. But I ended up settling in Bremerton. I met my wife up here, and my wife, she's been here in Bremerton all her life, so here we stay. I know the cost of living in San Diego is just all of California. Of course, it's getting like that up here too, but it's pretty high. November 75733. That's a plane going from, oh no, that's that Cessna Skyhawk that we saw earlier. Anyway, we are now approaching. I'm going to go ahead and contact the airport here. So that would be Imperial Beach with Field and Tower, and then
Imperial Beach Tower, Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie Charlie 1 miles northwest 3,500 feet to land.
So they should tell us 27.
77 Charlie Charlie Imperial Beach Tower.
What a beautiful evening here in Southern California. We are now flying over the runway.
Fly right downwind runway 27 Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
We are still flying off of our vertical navigation. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit here now. Bottom of descent right there should be there, and then we'll circle around, and then what we'll do is we will arm our approach. I wonder if we can arm our approach now. Let's see.
Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie, wind 309er at 8. Clear to land runway 27.
Clear to land runway 27 Cessna 7 Charlie Charlie.
DOI 803. DOI, I think it's DOI 803. That is a jet. Going from Uruapan, U-R-U-A-P-A-N to Tijuana. So that's an Airbus A320. I wonder if that's Tijuana in front of us. That's probably Tijuana right there in front of us. So we are now just about bottom of descent. Once we circle around straight, I do believe we can arm our navigation. If not, we'll have to fly manually once we circle around. After we circle around. That's got to be a Tijuana right in front of us. I have my mixture full rich now. We have the tailwind. Okay, we are now at 2,000. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of back off on our power just a little bit. Let's circle around first before we start flaps. So we're circling around now. I'm going to go ahead and arm the approach now and see what happens. Arm, yes. The glide path is now armed. GP stands for glide path. GS stands for glide slope. A beautiful evening here in Imperial Beach. Now with this approach, this was a visual approach, and obviously, I mean, there are some mountains and some hills there. There's nothing really, no obstructions that we have to really worry about. Look how beautiful that is. So we should, you know what? I think we need to go down, otherwise we're gonna, I think we're below it. So I am doing V speed down because I think we are below the glide path is loaded, but I don't see the. I think we should be a lot lower. I'm bringing her down and bringing the speed way back. There's the runway right there. Yeah, I was too high. Flaps. Okay. Now we are on the glide path. I'm not losing my sound again. Flaps. Keep it on the G for glide. I got flaps full. So the altitude 2000 was apparently coming in too high for straight. That's a pretty wide runway there. Look at the sunset. That's just beautiful. A beautiful sunset in Imperial Beach. Well, I didn't plan that, but I got here right at the right time, didn't I? Still flying. We got about an 8 knot, somewhat of a crosswind here at 310. Autopilot is off. Look how wide that runway is. I'm going to go ahead and just try to gently bring her down. Flare. A little bit of a side wind there.
7 Charlie,
Flaps
turn
up.
next taxiway.
Go ahead and turn the next taxiway. Alright, well, I'm not sure if I want to turn around. I guess I want to turn around. Well, let's go and just get off this runway here. I don't know why the arrow is pointing me in the opposite direction there.
Cessna 7 Charlie, contact ground on 120.65.
Going to 120.65 Cessna 7 Charlie. Imperial Beach ground Cessna November Charlie 77 Charlie request taxi to parking.
Not sure if I should have pulled off into that area there. Didn't see any taxiway. I can't understand why this runway is so wide. Is that really like that?
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway cross runway 27 Bravo Cessna 7 Charlie.
Alright. Arrow's pointing the opposite direction of where I'm going. Airspeed is alive. I don't know why we're having a taxi so far, but last time I did this flight to check it out first, and didn't have to taxi this far. Anyway, get out of the way, truck. Would you like to just go right in my way there? Are they programmed to do this? It's a good thing this doesn't destroy the plane. Doesn't matter. I can't stand that when you see that all the time. Alrighty. Well, a beautiful evening here in San Diego, Muriel Beach. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Just a little sliver of sun going away. Good night, everyone.